As it is said that great things often have small, humble beginnings, in the case of Honda Motors, this seems to be very much true. Worldwide known as the fourth biggest automakers, Honda has been at the top of their game since day one. Why was it so? The vision behind the company comes from a struggle. It is because of the thousand sacrifices that the company, which has a global image so strong, continues to rise every day. Being the masters of innovation, Honda has not been just concentrating on a single product, but expanding their portfolio since day one, because the sense of adaptation and overcoming tough situations has been a big part of Japanese tradition. They have been the top motorcycle producers since the early 1950s, and were performing in the league of supercars by the end of the fiscal year 2018. Let us discuss how did Honda emerge, and how it continues to perform its best in the market. The main vision behind Honda is that of Soichiro Honda, and as the starting of an era starts humbly, so was his story. What is the key to a successful business, especially when you plan it for the long run? Some may say that it's innovation, huge amount of capital, or even a strong workforce. Yes, those things are necessary, but if your very foundation is weak and does not have enough vision, then there are chances that you can fail. Soichiro was just like the rest of us. He loved something he called as a passion of his. Hailing from a poor family, he was forced to work tirelessly to support his kin, and that struggle led him to a self-discovery that he was born to make cars. Having an innate talent of modifying cars and then sending them off to extracurricular activities, this is where he began to shine. Upon his success, he was told by his friends and family that he should opt for starting his own business, but seemingly at the start, lacking enough resources, he was inclined towards partnership for a specific key component while manufacturing auto vehicles. Lacking the right amount of staff and some technical expertise, he failed to deliver, which made him lose his ticket to success. But as all visionaries have to say, there is no shortcut to the fulfillment of dreams. Using what little capital he had and a great sense of pride, he started his own company with just the little amount of skilled personnel, but a vision, a goal he had to fulfill. He had to show the big powerhouses of the time that rejection and failure will never stop him from fulfilling his dreams. That is exactly what happened. Due to his immense vision and the hard work of his employees, he was able to produce cost-effective motorcycles, which would be the starting point of his success story. Capturing the attention of top performers of the market like Toyota, he made a big point that sometimes you don't need a huge amount of capital, but humbleness and faith, not just in yourself, but others, to succeed. His success on both the market and the industry front made him open to innovations, and later on he decided to produce high-endurance and performing engines for helicopters, and later on heavy aircraft. Since starting their operations on a massive scale, they have been coming up with ways to solve the problems of customers, either by shipping their comparatively cheap products or innovating enough. As of now, other than being one of the largest automakers in the world, they are also known for being the top taxpayers in either Japan or America. Their loyalty to the very cultures they operate in is as undisputed as ever. Being a privatized company was not going to let them grow enough, as only your friends and family can own shares and are part of the business. To dominate other markets, they had to change their ways, so that is exactly what they did. Being a public limited company allows you to create a lot of shares and ultimately grow. So being operable only in Japan, it made them move on to North America, Asia, Europe, and even the Philippines. When they previously started, they only had an assembly plant in Japan, but with operations being expanded into different countries, they now have huge assembly plants in Pakistan, India, America, China, Europe, and others. Although in the case of America, it is the only country which has a majority of its vehicles manufactured inside the country. This is because of some taxation and export policies. In the US, vehicles have to abide by the environmental policies, so they don't emit dangerous gases. So inspection is required on their manufacturing process. Speaking in terms of revenue and market share, Honda sits at a whopping amount of $68 billion. Starting from humble beginnings such as cheap motorcycles, they are now providing top-of-the-line engines, heavy SUVs, light vehicles, and even industrial usage vehicles such as tractors and mowers. Their top-of-the-line product is the Honda Accord, which is expected to launch a hybrid 2019 version by the end of the fiscal year, with other prototypes to follow. As this is the age of technological revolution, Honda has also developed its first streamlined robot, which is used for commercial purposes. At different conferences and expos, the robot serves as a guide.